Hello, this is Dr. Nicola Dellinger, and I felt really called to talk to you today. I have a bit of a rant actually, because I've had a couple of women in my office today, this week, and there's been a similar theme popping up, and when I feel like I see the same theme coming up, that it's something that a lot of us could benefit from hearing more about. So today, and earlier this week, what was coming up was this idea of being too nice, or being nice in order to appear more nice in the world, or to be accommodating, or to not be, heaven forbid, the bitch in the situation. And honestly, what I'm realizing is that being nice is actually making us sick, especially us ladies. We are getting ill from being too accommodating, because what happens when we are being kind, even though we don't genuinely feel it, is that one, we're coming off as disingenuine or inauthentic. Two, we're squishing what our truth is, which is like, hey, that pissed me off, or that wasn't okay with me, or you crossed a boundary, or you know, whatever that is. And then that ends up building resentment, and so that we end up carrying these emotions because we don't allow them out, because we don't want to be seen in a negative light. And then what happens, or what I've noticed this week in talking with these women in my office, is that instead of being nice, then we get really angry and we flip off the handle at our family, at our husband, because the one dish didn't get it put away right, but it's really got nothing to do with the dishes. Or we end up carrying resentments and at work, and that can interfere, especially with our leadership style. How many of us women in positions of leadership or power are afraid to tell someone about what their true performance has been like, because we actually want to be liked and to be seen as a coach and a support. And those are all beautiful things, and there are times and places for being supportive and coaching and the cheerleader, but I'm here to tell you that is not all of the time. And what I'm seeing it manifest in is diarrhea and gas and bloating and chronic fatigue and headaches and recurrent sinusitis. Like, I am telling you, when we are addressing these issues of the nice versus the angry part, and they kind of, one has to over the power. Either I can be this nice, loving person, and that's how I'm going to be perceived in the world, or I'm going to be this angry, irritable biatch that nobody wants to be around. And it's almost like we're like fighting between these two aspects of self. But I'm here to tell you that neither of those is true, that there is room for being assertive and saying what is true for you. And in fact, it is essential to keep us well and healthy and happy. And there's also a time and a place for being kind and empathetic and all of those wonderful things, but only when that's stemming from a genuine, authentic place, when you really truly feel like, oh, you know what? In this situation, I absolutely can be sympathetic, or I can be empathetic, or I can let this piece go. But if you keep on letting these pieces go, even when it's not true for you, the reality is that you're letting pieces of yourself go. And so I'm here to tell you, claim your inner biatch and see what happens when you allow yourself to feel exactly what you feel, and let yourself have the experience that you have, and just simply breathe into it. Watch the tension in your chest or your belly or your neck and shoulders really dissolve as you allow yourself to feel fully pissed off, if that's simply what's here. So check it out, see if some of the symptoms that you're working with could be related to not fully expressing yourself when you are angry. So let me know, or if you have an example of something that you've learned, please, please, please comment below and let me hear all about it. I am super curious. So again, my name is Dr. Nicola Dellinger, and I look forward to connecting with you soon. Bye.